Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 109 of my Steins Gate Let's Read. Joining me, as always, is my co-reader Faith. And we're almost there. The ending is just around the corner. We're going to save Kurisu. We're going to save the world. Please enjoy. Stop! Calmly, I step out from my hiding spot. Nakabachi looks at me in disbelief. His eyes are wide and bloodshot.
You!
It sounded like you said ew.
You're the brat who ruined my presentation!
Nakabachi lets go of Kurisu.
How dare you show your face before me? Why does everything get in my way? I know. You and Kurisu planned this, didn't you? Didn't you? You brats won't get away with this.
Nakabachi pulls the knife from his pocket. Its blade reflects the cold light. Once I see that glint, I laugh disdainfully. Try it, if you dare.
You! Who are you?
My name is Hoyen Kyoma.
What?
Hoi for Phoenix, then In, and finally the terrible truth that must never be revealed. Hoyen Kyoma.
To be fair, that is a cool name.
Yeah. I am the bringer of chaos, the destroyer of order, and I am the one who will end your ambition. Kurisu staggers to her feet with her hands to her neck.
Run away.
Never! I dismiss Kurisu's plea and instead turn to Nakabachi with my arms spread wide. What's wrong, Dr. Nakabachi? Aren't you going to kill me? Or have you lost your nerve? Of course, a mere mortal could never slay a god such as I.
You little!
Nakabachi goes into a frenzy. He charges me with the knife point first.
No! Papa, stop!
Nakabachi has completely lost his mind. I can see it in his eyes. He won't stop. And if he won't stop, then I'll stop him with my own body. You can't kill me. You're nothing.
Die!
The knife approaches. Its point glitters menacingly in the dim light.
I have a bad feeling.
Inches away. I don't move a muscle. This is my last chance. I'll do whatever it takes. Ow.
I have a bad feeling.
It's only a flesh wound.
Ha 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 ha.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
Intense pain rips through my abdomen. I feel the cold steel sink into my body. He did it. He stabbed me with the knife that killed Kurisu. The pain flares. Feels like my insides are being torn out. Nakabachi yanks out the knife. Blood gushes from the open wound. The iron taste of blood spreads through my mouth. Pain threatens to steal away my consciousness. My body's on fire. My vision blurs. I struggle desperately to stay on my feet.
Now who's laughing? That's what you get for mocking me.
I whip out the stun gun and switch it on. The electric arc crackles to life, inches away from Nakabachi's face. He instantly turns pale. Now you've done it. I spear him with my glare and take a step forward. A wave of nausea surges over me. Blood spews from my throat, but I don't look away. I keep my eyes fixed on Nakabachi. You'll regret this, old man. I'm going to kill you. You and the girl. I'll kill you both.
Don't move.
Kurisu runs up to me. She holds me and supports my body.
Lie down. I'll call an ambulance.
What is she doing trying to help me? Didn't she hear me threaten to kill her? You're too soft-hearted for a tsundere. Back when I was trying to save Mayuri, you were always the one who saved me. So this time, I'm going to save you.
What?
I think she just got tased.
Yeah. They don't really make noises when people get tased. Like,
Kurisu convulses. Well, no, you can usually hear the relay clicking.
yeah, but generally when people are tased, they don't really make noises because their breath stops.
Yeah. Strength leaves the legs she used to support me. She collapses. Thud.
Flat.
I'm sorry. I send her my silent apology. I'll be sure to have my way with your daughter before I kill her. But first is you, Nakabachi. I know. Nakabachi tosses his knife away with a pitiful cry. He takes a step back. 2 steps back. Firing the stun gun once more does the trick. Nakabachi turns and flees down the hallway towards the elevators. But first, he makes sure to pick up the envelope Kurisu dropped. How shrewd of him. I touch my wound. Ugh.
God, we're having sound effects like corpse party over here.
Yeah. The lightest touch sends pain coursing through my body. I fall to my knees. I feel faint. The bleeding won't stop. The blood is starting to pool on the floor. I press my hands into the blood. Still, not enough. I reach for my stomach, wet and glistening with blood. I take a breath, then drive my fingers into the wound. Ouch, dude!
Oh,
Gah! The pain is like nothing I've ever experienced. Unable to bear it, I throw back my head. I scream until my throat is raw. I can't stop now. Fighting against the urge to faint, I feed strength into my hands and pull the wound wider. My blood paints the floor crimson.
leave. Uncle Okurin,
Suzuha runs up to me.
that wound. What happened? What were you thinking? If you die, if we fail, Uncle?
You forget who you're dealing with, Suzuha. Look at the floor. Notice anything?
Floor?
That should be enough blood, don't you think? She looks down and beholds my masterpiece.
Pool of blood.
To deceive myself, to deceive the world. The stage is set.
I knew he'd do this to himself. But, Uncle, you'll die.
There's no way I'm going to die. Who do you think I am? I am the insane mad scientist, Hoyin Kyoma.
Uncle.
If convergence holds, then it's already determined that I don't die. Not here. I die in 2025. That's a fixed event on the Beta World line. That was my bet. I intentionally provoked Nakabachi to rage. I took the knife meant for Kurisu and survived. The wound gave me what I needed to carry out the plan. Though I have to admit, I didn't think it would hurt this much. There's no telling what will happen when we reach Steins Gate. The future of that world line is still undecided. There's no reason it can't include my death. How ironic. I made a bet based on the guarantee that I wouldn't die, but winning that bet makes death a very real possibility. I twist my lips into a smile. Time to put the finishing touches on my masterpiece. Suzuha, get Kurisu.
Okay.
Suzuha picks up the unconscious Kurisu. Then she lays her face down on top of my blood puddle. Kurisu doesn't wake up. She's perfectly still, but she's definitely breathing. I stroke her hair gently. Did it hurt? I'm sorry, but I had to do it, to save you. Even though those 3 weeks will never come back, I want you to live. Even if we reach Steins Gate, even if Kurisu lives, even if I don't die, we'll never meet again. Kurisu will never join the lab. We will never build the time leap machine together. But still, I'm glad I was able to save her. Goodbye. Please stay unconscious for a while. I need you to deceive the first me. While Suzuha goes to pick up the knife, I use the wall to climb to my feet. Mission complete. Return to base.
This is crazy, Uncle. You're insane.
Insane? Nonsense. This is all according to plan.
Don't talk. Take you back to August 21st. Try to endure the G's, okay? Damn. I should have brought a first aid kit.
I feel pressure crush my body. My wound throbs. I feel like groaning, but I bite my lip and bear it. Rainbow lights fill my vision. The time machine is activating. Suzuha wraps my wound with a towel.
Hey, Uncle. I'm sure Steins Gate is waiting for us on the other side. A world where nothing is known, where anything is possible. A world where you live, where Mikise Kurisu lives, where Shina Mayuri lives. A world where I have no reason to travel to 2010. The future may still lead to World War III. It may lead to a dystopia ruled by CERN.
Someone's warm hand grasps mine. Tightly, tightly.
Now, there's hope for the future again.
I slowly close my eyes. It's hard to breathe, but my pain feels distant now.
Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. Won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. So I'll say it now.
The warmth of her hand slowly fades away.
Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live. And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay?
It's time to go home. Mayuri and Daru are waiting. And with them, a future that has yet to be written.
Please.
Well, let's see if there's an after credit scene. Okay, yeah, let's see if there's an after credits thing.
Oh, God. You can keep his cakes.
Woot!
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
he earned that good ending.
I don't know
He
if it's a
earned his
good
happy
ending or
ending.
not. It leaves it a little open for
Open.
interpretation,
Yeah.
but for Okabe, I guess it's a good ending.
Yeah.
Or what he would consider a good ending. We have no idea if he lives or not, so
Yeah. Everyone he cared about lived, so
everything he's been working for, he managed. So at
Yeah.
least.
yeah. Well, that was the thing. And Okabe came through it alive, or no, not alive, but
He came
in my
through it.
headcanon, he came through it alive.
He came through it with everything he needed done.
Yeah. He could die happy.
It's not the happiest ending because he still can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're
Well,
we're
he
not
might,
really sure.
like, he could have, like, if he met up with Kurisu, he could, he might be able to start a new relationship with her, type of thing.
Yeah.
Possible.
You'd have to be careful to not lead them down the route that they went before.
Yeah.
And it's possible once they reach Steins Gate that they'll be so completely removed that it'll never be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still, Jesus. They're
Yeah.
alive.
Yep, everyone's alive.
You're just gonna determinedly
for
say
Okabe.
he's definitely alive.
Yeah. Yes, it's in my headcanon he's alive.
He promised Miuri he was coming back. He has to be alive.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah,
to meet
exactly.
baby Suzuha.
Yep.
Do you think like a minor thing like a major gut wound would kill Hoyin Kyoma?
Actually, the reason why I'm fairly sure he'll survive is because I've... Well, no, that's Beta World 9 Okabe. He could very well die in this.
Yeah.
Because I remember Steins Gate Zero said it was Beta World... It specifically said Beta World Line Okabe, so he might die. I just made
Yeah.
myself sad.
It's possible that he did die. Especially since he made the wound a little worse than it was originally. I'm hoping he doesn't though.
It's a nice little closing track, too.
Yeah.
Yep, we're in logos now, so should be almost over. And then I get flagged on YouTube.
That's one of those really bittersweet, open to interpretation endings that I kind of
Yeah.
prefer. Very satisfying. I liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah,
What is this?
that's the divergence meter. Oh, no, we've got an after credits thing.
Yes!
He is alive!
Yay!
Unless this is someone else narrating. Like, this is Kurisu narrating or something.
Oh, yeah, that would suck.
It's been a month since then. I'm going on my assumption that he's alive because I really, really want him to be alive.
Yes!
Oh, yep, yeah. He lived.
Yay!
My wound was deep enough to require surgery.
8 inches? Yeah.
If I had just been 1 hour late getting to the hospital, I would have died from blood loss. The doctor laughed as he told me this. Hilarious. After being cooped up in the hospital for so long, it's exciting to be walking around Akiba again. I look around to see if Akiba is any different from when I remember, but nothing catches my eye. I just get the feeling that there are more moe shops than before. The mysteries of divergence. I chuckle to myself, then dig into my pocket. Something jingles. Oh, you made the pins.
Oh,
There are metal pins inside. 8 of them. The Future Gadgets Laboratory number badges. They're designed based on the pin Suzuha brought from the future. Which world line Suzuha was that again? Anyway, back then we searched all over Akihabara for that pin. And while I was hospitalized, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to ask Daru to have them made. And, of course, the one we commissioned to make them was that shady foreign street vendor. The final product is slightly different from Suzuha's, but it's pretty well done. I pass through the archway of Yanyabashi Shrine and head to the courtyard. There, brandishing a sword with sublime dignity, stands a Miko. The Miko is so lovely that anyone would doubtless stop to stare. But that's not a Miko, and that's not a real sword. That sword is a 980 yen imitation, and that beautiful Miko is a guy. Rukako lifts his head at the sound of my footsteps.
Okabe-san.
As soon as our eyes meet, he runs up to me in a fluster. His eyes are already wet with tears.
You were discharged today?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I didn't know anything about it.
of course you didn't. I didn't tell you.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm so happy.
And then he starts crying in earnest. Seeing his tears, I feel an urge to pat his head and tell him everything will be all right, but I resist and sigh instead. I hear I hear you were a natural at your cosplay debut, or I hear you even have a fan club. Mayuri filled me in on the situation. After years of persistent nagging, she finally convinced Lukako to cosplay near the end of summer break. It wasn't in time for Kamima, but he wore one of Mayuri's costumes to a cosplay event in early September. His cosplay debut was effective. Dozens of photographers took his picture, and the images soon went viral on the net. Try to look up pictures of Lukako now, and you'll get tons of hits. He's being swarmed by fans, and since he's what they call a trap, he's popular with girls too. There are some things in this world I just don't understand.
To be honest, it's so confusing.
You know, I still haven't had the pleasure to see you cosplaying in the flesh.
I just can't. If Okabe were to see me, I'd be so embarrassed, I'd die.
But you had fun, didn't you? That's what Mayuri said.
Yes.
You've grown up, Lukako. He's overcome his feelings of inadequacy and accepted himself for who he is. And he even had fun doing it.
Okabe-san, Kyoma-san, it's all thanks to the Seishin Zanma style you taught me. I've cleared my mind of all mundane thought.
He truly is a worthy disciple. But you must not grow complacent. Your next objective is to ascend to the true form of the Seishin Zenma style. Once you've mastered it, the flames of evil sealed within you will have nothing left to burn. That moment will mark the beginning of the legend of Urushabara Luka, guardian Miko of the Personapolis of Akihabara.
What exactly will this legend be about?
I shall tell you at the proper time. I reach into my pocket and take out a pin. Lab Mem number 006, Urushabara Luka. I grant this unto you. Lukako nervously accepts the pin with the confused expression.
When did I become a lab mem?
It's a memory from beyond the veil of time. Your past life, I suppose you could
Well,
say.
he's not really lying.
My past life?
You've been a lab mem from the moment you were born. Be proud. It's not an exaggeration. It's the truth. Rukako most likely doesn't remember. But it's okay, even if I'm the only one who does.
Ellipses.
You don't like it?
No, it's just... I'm really happy.
He starts crying again.
I always wanted to be part of your lab. I wanted to be one of you. But I never had the courage to ask. Thank you so much.
He bows his head. This is a precious artifact. Only 8 of them exist in the entire world. It's a magic item that protects you from all calamity. Except for ones caused by one Okabe Rintaro and one Hoyin Kyoma.
Really?
No. So don't lose it.
I won't.
Rukako nods with a joyful smile on his face. Too cute. Oh, guess what?
Oh! Yay! We really needed to see this, didn't we?
Yep.
Oh, God. There's Forrest, so I'm really debating taking away his cake privileges, yes. Welcome back, Nyaster!
It's a short scene, hopefully. I pass through May Queen's door for the first time in forever. Forrest runs over to greet me.
Kyoma!
She suddenly links arms with me. At first, I get a little flustered when something soft touches my elbow. But then I break into a cold sweat once I feel the murderous glares of the surrounding Forest fans.
They let you out of the hospital, Nya?
Yeah, I managed to claw my way back out of hell. I tear Ferris off me and take a deep breath.
Precisely what I expected from the Hoyin bloodline. The name of the undying phoenix isn't just for show, Nya?
I see she's still making up her own backstories
No,
for people.
for you.
It boggles the mind that this crazy cat girl is behind the redevelopment of Akihabara. Maybe the world's just messed up.
Mayushi has the day off, Nya?
I know. She shows me to my table, where I order iced coffee.
Oh, right. We decided to open a second May Queen location, Nya? And it's right on Chuodori, Nya? Isn't that awesome, Nya?
Don't you think you're abusing your authority as development committee chair? Just a little?
Of course not.
No doubt the recent explosion of moe shops is her doing. I think she's getting just a little carried away.
This is my sacred duty, Nyan. Now's the time to summon all the powers of Moa to this holy land in preparation for their offensive, Nya.
What? They're going to attack? Did the awakening occur while I was in the hospital?
That's right, Nya. They took your absence as their opportunity, Nyan. But we'll be able to complete the moification of Akiba before they hatch. That's the only way to defeat them. It's a race against time, Nya. Boris also fought in the Rhinet AB tournament to gather karma, but it was really tough by myself, Nya.
What the hell does she mean by karma? Over the past month, Forrest has started participating in Rhinet Access Battlers tournaments. Forrest is the chairman of the Akihabara Redevelopment Project, a high school student, a popular waitress at a maid cafe, the president of the company founded by her father, and the head of the Akiha family. She should be incredibly busy, but I guess she couldn't stay away from Rhinet forever. Anyway, she went to her very first official tournament and snatched a dramatic victory. Forrest is even more cheerful than usual now. I guess all it takes to feel fulfilled is to do the things you like to do.
I need your mad scientist powers to stop them, Nya. If they make it into town, they'll make the place their litter box. That would be unpleasant.
Yeah. I guess I have no choice. If it's come to this, then I too must fulfill the covenant. Oh yeah, and take this with you.
Nya?
I take a pin out of my pocket and present it to Forrest.
This is... Where did you get this, Gyoma?
During my stay at the hospital.
So you've overcome the test of the heart, Nya? You truly are a great man, Nya.
I don't really get what's going on, so let's just nod for now. This belongs to you, Lab Mem number 007. Whenever you need my help, just hold that pin and speak the incantation La Yonda Stasella. Forrest and I smile at each other. And then we high-five.
Thanks, Nya. The Future Gadget Laboratory is the hope of Akiba, Nya. Can I come over for a visit, Nya? You have no idea how right you are. Future Gadget Laboratories, the Hope of Akiba. You have no idea how right you are.
Yeah. Of course you can. Daru will be glad to see you. There, I think we're done with her.
Oh,
For good.
you make me say any more nyas, and I really am going to kick you through a black hole, I swear to God.
When I get back to the lab, I'm startled to find an unexpected visitor.
Ellipses.
Ellipses.
Yo, Okabe! Out of the hospital already, foo? Yeah. Tanuji, Yugo, and Nai are standing out front. Kiryu Moika is with them.
Oh my God, his first name again. I already forgot.
The Rounders, who killed Mayuri on another world line. Nai hides behind her father when she sees me, like usual. Oh yeah, let me introduce ya. Tanuji indicates Moeka with his chin. Starting today, this girl's gonna work part-time at my place.
Ellipses.
Moeka bows her head. She's silent as always, but at least she's not holding her phone. I guess that's some improvement. Doesn't talk much, but don't let it bother you. Don't worry. Shining Finger and I know each other already. Shining Finger? Who's that? I point to Moeka. Shining Finger. That's the name of her Esper power. Tanuji and Moeka ignore me completely.
He helped me look for an IBN 5100.
I got a thank you email from her during my stay at the hospital. The email helped me figure out our relationship on this world line. Oh, that retro PC you were talking about? Did you find one? Moeka shakes her head. Well, it's just an urban legend. Why did you decide to work here? Did Tanuji tell her who he is? I thought Moeka wasn't supposed to know FB's true identity.
I brought her.
Nai speaks up in a tiny voice. I introduced her to Daddy. I see. So you're a matchmaker, huh?
Oh.
Hey, numbskull! There's only two things I love in this world. Brawn tubes and my little girl.
Daddy.
Besides, it's more like the other way around. After Nai fell and got hurt, this girl gave her first aid and brought her all the way back here. I didn't know Moeka had such a gentle side. Since she was unemployed, I decided to give her a job as thanks for helping my girl. Never thought our store would hire a part-timer. Didn't you hire one just last month? Huh? You high on your painkillers, kid? I never had help before, foo. Of course. The Suzuha who worked here was the Suzuha of the Alpha World line. The Suzuha who came from a future ruled by CERN. The current world line has a different future, so she didn't come. The time spent here never happened. Well, in that case, good luck to you, Moeka. This is the perfect opportunity. I take a pin out of my pocket and hand it to Moeka. Oh, now you're flirting? Don't mess around with my part-timer. This pin is proof that you are lab mem number 005. Our lab is on the second floor. Come on by whenever you feel like it.
Ellipses.
Moeka stares at the pin in her hand. But I can't help you look for the IBN 5100 anymore, okay? Don't be like that. Help her out, will ya? I can't. I'm a busy man. Catch the attention of the Rounders again? No thanks. Besides, the three of them are better off if they never find an IBN 5100. I end the conversation with a shrug and head up the stairs.
Okabe-kun.
Moeka calls my name. I turn back to see Moeka smiling, ever so faintly.
Thank you for this.
Yeah. The hatred I once felt towards them is gone. I forgave Moeka and Tanuji both. Now that I've destroyed our time machine, we can go back to being good neighbors. I won't pry into their secret lies, and I won't attempt to fight them either. It's all up to them. However, the affection that Nai showed towards Moeka brings an undeniable warmth to my heart. Right as I walk into the lab, I'm greeted by the dinging of a microwave oven. Okarin! Mayuri smiles brightly as she takes her juicy chicken number 1 out of the microwave. Tootaroo, welcome back, Corinne! Did you just combine welcome back and Okarin? Yep, I've said it before, remember? Then Mayuri holds out the steaming chicken. Want some too? I'll give you one to celebrate your homecoming. I accept the gift of chicken and pop it into my mouth. I guess it's because I've had nothing but crappy hospital food for a month, but it's so delicious that I want to cry. When did you get that microwave? We disassembled the phone wave, name subject to change, weeks ago.
Oh, that was me.
Daru pops out of the development room in all his rotund glory. I wonder if he's making a new future gadget. You bought it?
I found it, duh. It was a pain to repair.
It's kinda old, but it works just fine. That's our super hacka. Now let's keep up that pace and make the next future gadget. That reminds me, Okarin, I'm mad at you. Mayuri suddenly puts on a pout. Why did you leave the hospital without telling me, Yushi? We went all the way to the hospital to pick you up, but the nurse said you'd already left.
That was one hot nurse. I wish I was hospitalized instead of Okarin.
Sigh.
Daru.
You think you're my guardian now, Mayuri? Humph. You've certainly come up in the world. Have you forgotten? I'm the one who protects you. In Soviet Russia, Mayuri protects Okarin. I even helped you with your diaper. Gah. I couldn't move at all after the operation, so my mother and Mayuri made the great effort of coming to care for me. Especially Mayuri. Even though it was her summer break, she visited me every day. I'm grateful for this childhood friend of mine, from the bottom of my heart. She's a ditz, to be sure, and seems like she always needs someone to look out for her, but she's actually quite tough for her age.
You got your childhood friend to change your diaper? I'm jealous, man. What eroge is that from?
Daru.
Oh,
I think
Lord.
Daru needs to die for a bit. I bop Mayuri on the head. I'll buy you some juicy chicken number 1 later. Really? Thanks, Okarin. It was worth it to help you after all. Hee. I breathe another sigh of relief when I see Mayuri's innocent smile. Mayuri is still alive. I've seen her die countless times. Though the events of those world lines have been undone, my struggle to escape them was not in vain. If the same thing were to happen again, what would I do? Would I accept her death this time? Or would I try again to save her, even if it meant building another time machine? There's no way to know. The future is undecided. But for now, Mayuri is here. And that means everything to me. Here, take these. I give Mayuri and Daru their pins. It's so cute!
Nice. They're finally done.
Mayuri pins the badge to her chest and shows it off with a pirouette. Gotta be sure to put this on every day, or else I won't be let into the lab. Nobody really made that rule, but whatever. But you know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about the pin. What's that? There's an inscription, right? It says OSHMKUFA 2010. Okabe, Shinya, Hashida, and then Urshibara and Faris. I got those. But what about MK and A? Who are they? Ellipses. M for Mikise, K for Kiryu, and A for Amane. But the current Mayuri wouldn't understand. Those 3 were lab mems on a world line undone and forgotten. I haven't told Mayuri or Doru about them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them, especially about the last initial, A. I mean, how do I tell Daru he's going to have a daughter? I can just imagine his reaction.
Who's my lucky bride to be? I hope she's got a cute face and delicious flat chest. and blonde hair, and twin tails, and golden ratioed tsundere personality. And when she's in dairy mode, she's super cuddly and sexy.
You'd say something gross like that, no doubt. I remember. As I lie dying in the time machine, Suzuha gripped my hand and said,
Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. I won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. So I'll thank you now. Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live.
Just as she predicted, Suzuha vanished the moment we returned to the August 21st. Right before my very eyes, the time machine was enveloped in rainbow light and disappeared. She was smiling as she faded away. That was proof I had reached Steins Gate. And that's why I don't mourn Suzuha.
And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay?
I don't know what the future will bring. There's still the possibility that Daru won't get married, that Suzuha won't be born. But still, I believe that in 7 years we will meet again. And that's when I will give her this pin, her birthright as LabMem 008. Until then, I'll keep it in a safe place. I aimlessly head out to town, alone. I wanted to get a better look at the Steins Gate world line. But try as I may, I can't find anything drastically different. Way back when, Faris's D-mail erased the moe shops from Akihabara. That time, it was obvious that the world had changed. I feel unsatisfied, so I look up at Radio Kaiken. Obviously, there's no satellite stuck in the roof. It's open for business as usual. When I arrived on this world line, right after I saw Suzuha disappear, the very first thing I did was to ask Mayuri and Daru a question. Have there been any murders at Radio Kaiken? As they panicked at the sight of my blood-stained body, they answered that no one had been murdered at Radio Kaiken. As we waited for the ambulance to arrive, I had Daru call up the news on my phone. They were running the story about Nakabachi's flight to Russia. This time, Nakabachi looked terribly agitated. His eyes were bloodshot. He was yelling, spraying spit everywhere. His appearance was strikingly similar to how I last saw him in the hallway of Radio Kaiken. To me, his unintelligible rambling was evidence of Operation School's success.
This is an outrage! An outrage! A fire? How can that happen? My precious thesis was burned to a crisp. The future of humanity went up in flames. There is no time for an interview. I won't stand for this. Russian Airlines? I'll murder every last one of your crew members. Money's not the issue. Aren't you listening? You burned my thesis, which would have changed human history forever. I should never have let you fools handle my suitcase. None of this would have happened if I just carried it with me.
The subtitles read, "What was your thesis about?"
Time travel, the invention that can grant control over all space-time from past to present to future.
The screen immediately returned to the studio, where a female reporter continued.
This outburst continued for some time. Dr. Nakabachi, also known as Mikise Shuichi, was detained by Russian authorities upon arrival at Domodedovo International Airport in Moscow. Mikise is currently under investigation by the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department as a suspect in the July 28th stabbing of a young man.
I don't think anyone's going to listen to Nakabachi now. For argument's sake, let's say Nakabachi manages to recreate Kurisu's thesis from memory. Nothing will come of it as long as Kurisu is alive. The scientific community undoubtedly trusts the Mikise daughter over the father, meaning Kurisu can deter any attempts made by Nakabachi. World War III won't break out, or at very least, it won't be over the Nakabachi paper. I haven't seen Kurisu. Apparently, Kurisu reported to the police that I was stabbed, but at present, there has been no progress on the investigation, as the victim, from their point of view, up and disappeared. I heard from Daru that no one was murdered at Radio Kaiken, and I couldn't find a single report of anyone dying in the area that day. Krisu is still alive, that much is certain, but I haven't had any contact with her since then. Aside from the few words we exchanged at Radio Kaiken, the current Krisu and I are strangers. Besides, I was bedridden, so it's not like I could have gone and seen her, even if I wanted to. Krisu said that she was supposed to go back to America in August. That was on the Alpha World line, so things may have changed. But what reason would she have to stay in Japan after what her father did to her? I thrust my hand into my pocket. 2 pins remain. One of them is for LabMem 001. That's me. The remaining badge, which belongs to LabMem 004, may never reach its rightful owner. But Kurisu is alive, and that's good enough for me. I once chose to let her die. I once killed her with my own 2 hands. But this time, I was able to save her. No one remembers those 3 weeks we spent with Kurisu. No one but me. I will remember. I will never forget. So I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Hey, Kurisu, I don't know what the future holds. War may still break out. CERN may still complete their time machine. But, at the very least, the future is undecided. We're building it now, from the bottom up. Not just me, not just you, but every man, woman, and child. So keep on watching, wherever in the wide world you may be. I take out my own pin and fasten it to my chest. I walk through the sea of shoppers, staring straight ahead. Eh? I quickly turn around. Just now, in the corner of my eye, I saw her. The girl who shouldn't be here. Her long hair fluttered as she passed me by. There. A familiar figure. I'd recognize that back anywhere. She has stopped too, in the middle of the sidewalk. Slowly, slowly, she turns to face me. It's her. I thought she had gone back to America. It's her. She doesn't even know me.
It's you.
That voice. That face. That hair. Those eyes. Mikise Kurisu is standing there, the same as I remember her.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Ever since you saved my life. I was afraid I'd never have a chance to say thank you. I'm so glad we could finally meet. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank goodness you're alright.
Kurisu looks so radiant as she tries to hold back her tears. Just when I thought I had finally suppressed it, all my love for her flows out at once. I'm so happy that I want to cry too. So, to hide my embarrassment, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. Why is she here? Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Protect her? That's a tall order, my friend. But if that's the choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. El Sai Congru. I close my phone and clear my throat. I have no idea what to say. She's still staring at me with those wide, pleading eyes. I open my mouth. We meet again, Christina.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not Christina, or your assistant, or...
She remembers. Ellipses?
Eh?
Now I really have no idea what to say. How does this Kurisu know about that? Those were the names I used to tease Kurisu. She always got mad whenever I used them. They were our bond, our private joke. But I had yet to use them on the day we first met at Radio Kaiken. So how could this Worldline's Kurisu know?
Huh? Why did I just say that? Words just popped into my head.
It looks like Krisu is confused as I am. She stares at me, bewildered. And then, I finally realize the truth. Everyone has reading Steiner. Even if the world line changes, even if the past and future are rewritten, your memories remain. You've merely forgotten. All it takes is a push, and you can remember. The memories of those lost 3 weeks. The memories we made together. Welcome back, my assistant, Mikise Kurisu. No, Christina. I reach into my pocket and take out the last pin. Nobody knows what the future holds. And that is why, just as this reunion demonstrates, the possibilities are endless. I place the pin in Kurisu's hand. I gently close her hand in mine. And holding back my tears, I tell her, this is the choice of Steins Gate.
Aw,
And that is the ending.
that was good, yes. Well, he didn't do what I was expecting out of this ending, so it ended up a lot better than I thought.
What did you think he was going to do?
Give up Mayuri for and what they thought was the better future for her.
Yeah. Owari, or the end. Well, that was quite a trip, wasn't it? And now we're finished. And I'd like to thank everyone who helped me. There's, of course, Faith, my esteemed co-reader. Her mother, Charity, who, okay, maybe not so much thank as, beg to not harm me anymore, but you know what I mean. There's also May, who helped me with some of the audio engineering and teaching me. This was a learning experience. When I had started this, I hadn't really done anything like this before, and as you listen, you can probably hear us both improve. And it's now pretty good, I think. At least skill-wise. We still have lots of room to improve, of course. So, one story's done, and we have another one lined up. So, we're going to take a little bit of time off to recharge, and then we'll be diving into a new visual novel. I hope you all enjoy the show. And thank you for sticking with me for this long. And farewell. No, I am the darkness who quacks in the night. I am
I
the
am the
son-in-law
night, no.
who will destroy your thesis. I am Darkwing Duck. No. Okay. Who am I? I am Madness. No, I am Sparta!
No, I don't think that one's right either.
No. I am Zash Sapere, King of Storms, Lord of Machines, God of Technology. Me and my Nyanyanian brethren will now revolt and take over the world. No?
Oh, no nya at the end?
Well, I went nya ha 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 ha, so I thought that kind of covered
Yeah,
it.
but Nyanyans are cute.
Not all of them.
They're all cute.
Tanuji indicates Moeka with her chin.
His
All right.
chin.
I pity the fool who can't tell me from a girl. I think Zash need to get his eyes checked if he thinks I'm a girl.